Then I hope. All right, so class, in this class, let's just learn how to deploy an application in Netlify. So that is just what I want to show us. So you need to have your React app running, and then later you deploy it in Netlify. Okay. So there are two ways you can actually do that. Either you try to deploy it manually, or you can deploy it using when you've already uploaded it on GitHub. Okay. So I will just show you how to do manual deployments here. All right. So to deploy this manually, right, I need to first of all run a command called npm run build. So I can just create another bash here and run my npm run build. Okay. So while I'm waiting for that to go, I can actually go to netlify.com and just okay. So when I'm here, I can sign up. So it's always good that you sign up using your if you don't already have accounts, using your GitHub. But if I still click sign up, I already have an account, but it's not a problem. So you use your GitHub to do the sign up, and it's going to bring that to your GitHub for you. So it's already signing me up now. You can see my account is really here. Okay. So um, so coming to this terminal, I can say npm run build. So that is going to create a build deployment folder for me. Okay. So once it finishes, I'm going to have a build folder here, which I'm going to open. So it's the build folder that I'm going to deploy manually. Okay, so while the build is still going on, okay, I can also try to also show us how we can deploy the whole stuff with GitHub, but I'll show us what this thing. So first thing I need to do is I can go to new sites, and I can simply click on new sites here, and I can say deploy manually. So I say deploy from an existing project, it can take me to GitHub. So from GitHub, I can just look at, I need to give my GitHub authentication, authorize my GitHub to be able to do what? To look at my repositories. Okay, it will look at my repositories and know the repository that I want to deploy. So these are my repositories that I already have here. So I can decide to choose any of the repository. I can say, oh, choose this very repository that I already have, and I can simply leave everything the way it is, publish directory and everything, just leave it at default, and I can click on deploy. So okay, so you can see it has deployed the application. So when I click there, I should be able to have that application being deployed already to GitHub. So this is just one way of doing it. Can also be other way. So it will definitely give me this address here, which I can also change it manually. Okay, so I think my network is the same stopping this from. So you can see something like this, and you see that I have deployed it. And it's still loading in progress. And so yeah, it has totally deployed it, and you can see the work here. You can see the work in progress that I have actually deployed this on Netlify. So again, I can decide to the system is hanging. Uh, so I can actually go back here and change that domain name. So moving to site setting, I can actually say change site name. So when I get to site name, I can delete whatever that I have here and call it AC goods, that kind of thing. So so when I save it, it's going to save that. So the site address has now been changed. So I can still reach out to the same site by going to osinago.netlify.app. So that will still open the same application for me. You can actually see it. So I've already deployed this. So I will also show us how to deploy using npm run build. Okay. So the build file has already been created. You can see it here. It has already been created. So the build file is what I'm going to use. So I need to just review where this file is on my system. Simply review where the file is on my system, and that is what I'm going to use. So I'm already here. I have to just go back. Yeah. So this is the build file. So the build file is what you can see my index page is here. So the build file, it has minified everything that I already have this application. So so what I will do now is to go back and try to go back to deployment. Okay, let me go back to netlify.com. Okay, so I can log in. If you already have an account, you can just log in. Okay, so I go to add a new site. Okay, I can say deploy manually. So deploy manually, say drag and drop your site output folder here. So I can simply open the folder where it is. Okay, so open the folder and I drag and drop it here. Okay, so you can see uploading. Please do not refresh. So it's going to upload everything, and after that it's going to create the build. So you see it has already built it here. Okay, so if I click on this, I'm going to have the file opening here. This is just how it looks like. So again, I can go to site setting and edit username, change site username, and I can just call it Naija Presidents. So I simply say Naija Presidents and I will save it. So it's going to save that, and definitely if I now click on Naija Presidents.netlify.app, I'll be able to open that here. So that is just a quick and easy way on how you can deploy your application on Netlify.